Well, welcome YouTubers, you've joined me, the Shed Monster, for what is episode 1 of Project 1, stripped down old ER. Now I have to shout because I've got traffic going past, and as you can see, you've met me, you've joined me halfway through this project. Basically, this is an old er5 that's been sat in the garden. It has been undercover. Engine there looks tatty, but it's only actually done 15,000 miles, so we'll clean it up and we might have it as a spare. Might sell some of the bits on eBay, don't know really what we're going to do, so we'll crack on with it. We've got our tools down here, we've got our little jar for all our bits and bobs. We've also got the wife's best bucket. She'll be real pleased about that. I've already started stripping it, as I say. Can't get in the shed because the shed is over there. That's already full of other bikes and bits. So hopefully loads of projects coming your way. Got to give a big shout out actually to Delboy for giving us the inspiration. Yes, you Delboy, for getting my arse into gear really, and thinking, well, let's have a go at this. So how hard can it be, as they say? As I say, I don't know whether, don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's an old one, I've got all the paperwork for it. 15,000 mile on the engine. I think it's on about an R plate. Can't really remember. I've got another one that's finished in there, but I don't know whether we'll sell the bits from this one, or whether we'll, as I say, or whether we'll maybe make something different. We'll see how we get on. So crack on then, let's crack on with the old job in hand. Now what I've got here, I need to pull the bike forward, but I don't want to damage the engine, obviously. So what I've got here is sofa came wrapped in it. It's actually bubble wrap. It's like posh bubble wrap really, and it comes in use, comes in handy for this job. Let's take the brick out, slide the front underneath it, drop the engine onto the bubble wrap, and then it'll enable me to get, hopefully, the back wheel off, swinging arm and the engine out, and we should be all joyful, rejoicing, and we can celebrate with a cup of tea. There we go, sort of like that. Now I'm going to tie that to the fence just to stop it falling over, but doing that stops any damage to the sump of the engine. We don't want to damage it. It's had an hard enough life. Did remove the split pin there, of course, don't forget that. Spare bits there. Just find myself a hammer. Knock that through, and then that should be the back wheel free. Okay, whip that off, took no time at all. We took the sprocket, all fell apart as it does. Spindle, put it back in order on the spindle, and remember, small spacer goes on this side, large spacer is for the other side. Didn't have any nuts on there, must use them on my bike at some point. So as I say, we don't know what we're doing with it yet, but maybe all will become apparent. Okay, so as you can see, the swinging arm came out without too much commotion whatsoever. Wheel came off, shocks are off. Wife's best bucket, don't tell her. And we stuck it all over here, so we've got swinging arm, shocks. Should clean up, not quite sure, they don't look too bad to be honest. Should clean up, and the swinging arm pin, and actually they look kind of better than the ones on my bike, so we might swap them at some point, give them a clean off and see how we get on. Okay, going to move on. Going to take the stands off now, and hopefully they'll come off without too much persuasion, and then the engine out, and then it'll be on to frame and wire brushage. Oh yes, stay tuned, don't go away. Okay, I laid the engine down on its side on this bubble wrap. It's not resting on the floor, so it'll be okay. Couple of things. I wanted to take off the this is the sensor. Stiff as well, it's all full of gunk. This is the sensor that comes from your side stand to stop you leaving your side stand down. I wanted to take that off, but the Allen key size that it is, I don't actually have one to hand, so I'm going to leave it for now. Need to set the yeah, thank you very much, ambulance. That comes with living just down the road from the ambulance place, well, the hospital, that's what they call them. Yeah, going to set the gear shifter off, make it easier to drop the engine out, and as you can see, it's a bit dirty, but it'll scrub up, I am quite sure. There's nothing major, it's not rotten, it's just a little bit of surface rust that looks worse than it is, to be honest. And all the bits that we've just took off then are all over here. All came out quite well, not too many issues, apart from I bust me ratchet because it's a cheap one, so I need to get a new ratchet, but never mind, they'll soon clean up. Right then, I've just taken the gear linkage off, quite simple. It's that way, doesn't it? Slapping off the nut. But what I did do was a little circlip on here, and I don't have any circlip pliers, so I thought, I know, I'll use said pointy tool. Let's see if we can find it. Where's it gone? Over there with the bits. I use this. You see that? It's one of them testery things, and when ping, and said circlip fucked off. So we're missing a set. It might have gone in the snow. Might have gone. I heard it hit the fence, so it's here somewhere. But yeah, keep your hand under when taking circlips off with not the right tool, otherwise they just they fuck off, quite frankly, and you lose the bastards. Gutted. Oh well, moving. Okay then, so we've got the frame off now, the engine out, sorry. There we go. Here it is. We've got a little bit of wire brushing to get on with. Rather a lot of wire brushing to get on with. It'll clean up though, a few bits to take off. Well, this here to take off, and this here. Need to sort out some Allen keys for the right size for that, all good. And then wire brushage, stuff going on there. Engine is over here. Look at this, sorry about this. Dodgy camera work. Not a great camera, I do apologise for the quality of the picture. But as I say, might invest in a proper one when the time comes. Some of the bits we took off, let's have some light in here. For all the use it did. Some of the bits we've took off, whatnot, and we've got some spares, boxes full of boxes and boxes of spares. That's mine there. It's not very exciting, it's just an er5, as I say. You know, usual kind of, go back outside, usual kind of malarkey. It's well, they're not expensive bikes, are they, and there's always loads of bits about for them, so does the job. Maybe we might sell a pair of them in the end and make some money enough to buy a decent bike. But in the meantime, projects with this: get the frame cleaned up, get the engine cleaned up, sort out everything else, see what bits we got, see what bits we need. There is some other projects that will be ongoing as well as this one, because Not spent much time in the shed because it's freezing. We've got a little heater over here. Little heater, great, warms the shed, uses an absolute fortune in electric. So I'm going to make a potbelly stove out of that with a little chimney affair. And there's a few other jobs to do on the shed. Just bought the shed, new shed. And the day I finished building it, we had all this stuff arrive from the skyage. Fucking snow. So that's not good. Other sheds full of stuff. Chickens. Yeah. So that's it for this part. Hopefully we'll see you all again in part 2. Bigging it up from the main man Del Boy down there at Del Boy's garage. If you're not subscribed to Del Boy, then get yourself subscribed to Del Boy. And the rest of them, absolutely great bit of inspiration. We'll carry on in the next episode for some wire brushing and maybe a bit of paint. We'll see how we get on. So from me, we'll see you next time.